Okay guys, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a little bit of drop testing on the Foursevens Preon 2 light, the EBC light that I just got not too long ago. Now my intent here is not to break the light or to smash it or, you know, cause it to have extreme failure by, you know, throwing it 100 feet in the air. I just simply want to test what the manufacturer says that it can handle. 1 meter, which is 3 feet and some odd inches, and I kind of want to stay real close in that parameter when testing this. Like I said, I don't want to, my intent is not to break this. This isn't something that was given to me for free. This was something that I bought. I was the one to seek out this light. It didn't seek me, okay? So this is not a freebie that a company sent me. So with that in mind, I definitely don't want to break this thing, but I don't mind it getting some wear and tear on it from some, you know, normal use. I think I'll kind of be glad when it does get a little bit of wear on it and it looks used. So basically, you know, if you were to have this in your pocket, and a couple things on that first. Number one, I can see where this would happen to guys, but for me, it has not turned on yet being in my back pocket. I have not had a problem or an issue and have not had the light turn on me. And I've been carrying it since I've got it. Okay, I've been carrying the light since I've got it, which isn't a whole long time, but I have not had the light turn on me yet. But depending on your build, that could differ. It seems like when I sit on the seat, the middle of my back is what hits, the middle of my spine is what hits the seat, and there's always a gap down here from the seat to in here. So depending on your build, your body weight, and things like that. One other thing that I really like about the Preon 2 is the fact that you can reattach it with one hand. Now some call this clip a little weak, and I can see why, but after using this and messing with it, I really like the deal that you could use one hand, especially if you're doing something or you're working on something. You can one-hand this. Most things with a clip, it takes 2 hands to put it back in the pocket, which is trying to reach around, just makes it more convenient. So let's go ahead and test it. There's asphalt below me here, and let's say you're going to pull it out of your pocket, you needed it, and, you know, whoops, drop it on the ground. Okay, a couple little scuffs. See if this is focusing. I can't tell out here because it's so bright. Okay, there's a couple little scuffs up here just from that one. This is waterproof, and there's a little bit of scuffing, a little bit of nicking right here. Get this to focus in. I did kind of flip it through the air, and you can see there's a little bit of nicking by the bezel, and that's okay. It's not going to affect anything. Let me go ahead and turn this on too while I do the testing, just so you can see. So okay, so we got it in our pocket. I'm going to pull it out of the pocket and, whoops. Now this did change modes as far as what the light was on. It went into a beacon. As you can see, there it is. But it did change modes on me. Let's go through the modes and see if they still work. You can also soft press this once it's on. Once it's on, you can use soft clicks to go to your different modes by pushing halfway, which is awesome. Okay, then you just turn it off like that. A couple little marks. Let me get this to focus in for you. There's a couple little marks down here. You can see just a couple little chips in the paint there. There's the strobe mode. Goes into beacon and other things. So let's just take it, pretend like if we were holding it, we were doing something and it slipped out of our hands. Okay, because the finish on this, guys, is kind of like a rubberized feel coating, but it is slick. I wish there was knurling somewhere on here. This would make this the perfect light for me if there was knurling. anywhere down around here, if they could have just put some of that good knurling on there, I would have been happy. But as you can see, most of the damage right here that we're looking at is right around the bezel there. I'm trying to get a good close shot there for you. I don't even know if it's showing on camera. There's a nick right there. There's little nicks up here at the top, which I knew was going to happen, guys. But sometimes as a reviewer, we need to test what these manufacturers claim that their products can do to do a thorough review. Let's check it and see if it still works. Going through the modes there. Seems to work fine to me. So I'll go ahead and pick up the camera here and let you guys see. Just see me drop it a time or two. Just going to go from about, 3.5 feet. Keep forgetting to have it on when I do this. I'm going to give you guys a close-up shot of the light too when I'm done. It's getting rained on too right now. Okay, the light is off. So I don't know if... Okay, it just must have bumped the button because I was flipping it as I threw it. Okay, and that's actually probably higher than 3 feet, guys, and I'm throwing it what the manufacturer says. So, pretty sure that one landed on the switch. I can see some scarring right here. Right there along the end. It's still on. We can go through our modes. Still going through the modes. There's a beacon signal. That was kind of more of a throw than a drop. So yeah, it's still on. That's because it's in beacon mode. It was gonna do some different patterns and some different things there. Okay, now let's take a look at the light. And it is a little bit wet right now. I'll give you guys some close-ups in here and let you see what happened as far as like around the bezel. Not a big deal. Just a little bit of scarring around the bezel. Like I said, I wanted this for an EDC light, so I really don't care about there being any marks on it. I didn't want to thrash on it to the point of breaking it or something stupid like throwing it 50 feet in the air when the manufacturer says 1 meter. I really like it, guys. I think it's a good EDC light. Let me get it off and turn it back on where it's on constant mode here. There's the chip of the paint there. Now this scarring around the top is not going to affect the illumination or anything, or how the light illuminates things, I'm sure. That's just from it landing on that edge. The bezel's still tight. I did not tighten it up or it did not move on me. So it can definitely withstand what the manufacturer says as far as the, at least 3-foot drop test. I don't want to thrash on this thing, but I think it would go much higher and still be able to withstand a drop. Can't say for sure though. Here is my water test. I brought you out to a waterfall, and I'm just gonna I'm just going to put the light in over at the edge here. As you can see, it's on. Turn it up a notch. Turn it up a couple notches there so you can see. And it is submersed. I can't let this go, guys, because if I do, it's gone. So there it is. See the light coming up through the water? My hand is freezing. Put it up here in this rock. Turn it this way. Turn it sideways. Yeah. I believe that's the first Preon test done under a waterfall, guys. So, there you go. It can withstand a waterfall. There is an O-ring in there and it is sealed up. Let me see if I can go ahead and give you a shot inside of here. Knock the water off of it so I don't get none down in there. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, what looks wet around the threads, I believe that to be the thread oil. I believe this to be the thread oil around the threads. I just put some on my finger and it has a greasy feel, not like water. So I don't believe that water got in there. Let me check the battery. Okay, definite. The battery is 100% dry. I mean, it's so dry, it's actually grippy. Yeah. That battery is dry. The compartment down in there is dry. So, other than having the grease on the threads that came from the factory, you can see down in the head. Let me get this to focus in. Down in the head there is also very clean and dry. Tighten it down on the O-ring. There you go, guys. I like it. I think it's a good EDC light so far. And you know, the reason I wanted to do the waterfall is because you might think it's silly, but there is more pressure going into the light, into the body of the light with this waterfall than it is if I just submerge it in a pool of water. So there's a lot more pressure involved here, and it did withstand the water test. So there it is, guys. Foursevens Preon 2. I'll keep you updated. So far, everything's working out great with it. All right, guys, until next time, this is H4T.